Hello, grade 8 students. I am your teacher Odell, teaching you a new topic about real numbers. Let's start. So, there are two kinds of real numbers. The first one is rational numbers, and the second one, irrational numbers. Let's start with rational numbers. What is a rational number? It is a real number that can be written as a ratio or a fraction of two integers. It can be written in decimal form, terminating, and repeating. So we have examples of rational numbers. Number 1, 16. 1 over 2, 3.56, negative 8, 1.33333, and continue, and negative 3 over 4. These are examples of rational numbers. So what is an irrational number? An irrational number is a number that cannot be written as a ratio. Remember, rational number you can change into a ratio or fraction, whereas irrational number, these are numbers that cannot be written as a fraction or a ratio. And the decimal form is a non-terminating, meaning never end. It will continue and it never ends. And the numbers are non-repeating, whereas no pattern. So what are examples of irrational numbers? That is square root of 2, square root of 3, and a pi. Remember, these are numbers or square root of numbers that are not perfect square. Example of perfect squares are 4. What else? 16, 36. These are numbers that are perfect square. So numbers that are not perfect squares and the square root of it, you can get irrational numbers. So what are the subsets of rational numbers? How can you tell that they are rational number? Number 1 is integers. We all know integers are the whole numbers and their opposites. Examples of integers are 6, negative 12, 0, 186, and negative 934. Integers are composed of negative numbers, 0, and positive numbers. Number 2 is a whole number. These are all positive numbers that are counting numbers and 0. So we start with 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and continue. Infinity numbers, positive numbers. So these are whole numbers. The next one is natural numbers. These are all of your counting numbers. How do you count number? We start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and continue. These are natural number or counting numbers. So let's practice. If you can remember, what are our lesson about? So I want you to classify the following numbers, wherein you will tell me if it is a real number, irrational number, integer, natural numbers, whole numbers, and so on and so forth. Example is, the first one is 0. Can you remember what are 0, what is 0? The first one is, yes, it's a whole number. An integer, a rational, and a real number. Number 2, it's 4. Can you give one? Yes. 4 is a natural number, a whole number, an integer, and a rational, and real too. The next number is negative 9. Negative 9 is an integer, of course, rational, and real numbers. The next one is, what symbol is that? Yes, it's a pi. A pi is a rational number, and yes, it's a real number. The next one is 0.75. What do you think is this? Yes, it's a rational and a real number. What about pi 4? Yes, pi 4 is a natural number. The answer of pi 4 is 2. I know, no, but not pi 4. Square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2, and it is a natural number, a whole number, an integer, a rational, and a real number. Next, square root of 15. Can you get a number square root of 15? Yes, 15 is not a perfect square, so you cannot get directly a number multiplied together. You can get 15. So therefore, the numbers of square root of 15 can be a decimal, not terminating, and not repeating. So this is a rational number and a real number. Okay, so that's all for today, and I want you to answer the Google Forms after this video. Thank you and goodbye.